The clean sheet judgment that the government got on in 2018 December. Let's go across now to my colleague Harish Nair for more details. Harish, what does the rejoinder contain? What kind of holes are they trying to pick in the CAG report? What is their response to the centre's response to the Supreme Court? Harish?
Yes, Athar, they have the Prashant Bhushan and Arun Shuri, Yashwant Sinha have just now replied to the center's reply to the Rafale review petition. They say that given the judgment has been obtained through multiple falsehoods and suppression of material and relevant information, it needs to be recalled. That is, they ask for the recall of the December 14, 2018 judgment, giving a clean sheet to the government and review and that it be reviewed for the reasons and grounds stated. They have fixed holes in the CAG report, saying that government predicted that CAG would redact the final report, and it has that it says that CAG report is silent on the ex post facto AON that was granted.
All right, Harish, stay on with us. Stay on with us. We also have Pranesh Roy joining us now. Pranesh, we've accessed the details of the rejoinder. Take us through what it says.
Two crucial things have happened in the last hour or so in the Supreme Court in this Rafale case, Athar. And like Harish said, this is a rejoinder here on the big screen filed by the petitioners, Prashant Bhushan and company. And the government, we are learning, has also filed another affidavit. And just see this, rejoinder affidavit of petitioners to reply affidavit filed by the centre last week. This is that response in which Prashant Bhushan is saying in as many words that the Union of India's three broad contentions are that the review is not justified. What are the grounds? He cited them. One, because the matter pertains to national security, therefore scope of judicial review is constrained. Because the petitioners cannot ask for a roving and fishing inquiry on basis of subsequent media reports. Point number 3, because the CNAG has given its final report after considering all records and not found any wrongdoing with this contract, these contentions are untenable. And then Mr. Bhushan goes on to say in this rejoinder, the petitioner's prayer in writ petition for directions to the CBI to take action on the complaint that was made to it is required to be assessed in terms of the law laid by the constitutional bench of this honorable court, and he cited a case and he wants the Supreme Court to take note of this. So broadly countering the arguments made by the centre in its affidavit dated last week, Athar.
All right, there you go. The crucial affidavit now, and we have the access to the details as well. Prashant Bhushan and company, as Pranesh is telling us right now, have in fact given their rejoinder to the centres countering the perjury charge there. Harish is still with us. Harish, if you can hear me right now, I believe Harish is still with us. Harish?
Yes.
Okay. I've been told he is still with us right now. Harish, this is clearly the response the Bhushans were looking to file in the Supreme Court, given the fact they never bought the judgment, but they had absolutely no choice but to go with it. What is the scope of their review that they're asking the Supreme Court to do now on the basis of this particular rejoinder?
Yes, they're arguing that subsequent to the December 18th judgment, many new facts have emerged, and remember, they have been allowed to rely on 3 crucial documents by the Supreme Court. That is, one, the dissent note given by 3 officials of the Indian negotiating team. Number 2, note 18, which said that there was unwarranted interference from Ajit Doval. And number 3, a document which said that there were parallel negotiations when the MOD and the Indian negotiating team were negotiating, and that had actually weakened India's negotiating power. These 3 documents have been allowed to, they can use it in the review plea. They say that there was wrongdoing, and high-ranking officials have twisted rules to give benefit to Dassault Aviation and Anil Ambani, and that amounted to criminal misconduct under the Prevention of Corruption Act. So these are the arguments. They will be heavily relying on these documents, which they say have come subsequently to the judgments of December 18, and they are also asking for a perjury against the government. So these will be taken up for hearing tomorrow. And
all right, tomorrow is the next hearing.
We also got to know that.
All right, Harish. Tomorrow is what we should wait for as far as this new rejoinder is concerned. The court will examine it and then, of course, give their observations and ruling on it. That was Harish Nair with the details. He was telling us exactly what what is it that they're relying on, the petitioners, as far as getting the review of the clean chit that the NDA government got in December 2018. Harish Nair and Pranesh Roy, thank you all very much for joining us.